I come to you on a day of Sunday, a fasting day, 24-hour fast, just straight up water. God is good. God is great. All praises to the Most High. If you haven't thanked God for waking you up, please go ahead and do so. This is coming from a person who hasn't seen the movie. I literally seen 2 to 3 YouTube videos of some content creators reacting to the movie and what they heard about the movie. One of the content creators hasn't even seen the movie. He played a clip of all the actors in the movie pretty much talking about their roles. And I refuse to see that movie, man. There's a lot of talk I hear all over TikTok about people saying, oh, you should see the movie, you shouldn't see the movie. And I'm going to just tell you straight up, man, we couldn't be living in even more evil times than we are right now. Like everybody is doing everything to shy away from God instead of becoming closer. That movie Sinners is literally a movie about shying away from God. That's what it really is. I don't want to hear anybody saying, oh, it exposed this, it exposed that. Yes, it did a lot of exposure of the greed and capitalism. You know what I'm saying? How the white man capitalized off of black culture, off of black music. Yes, it did. But the black culture, that music was nothing to do with God, nothing to do with Jesus Christ at all. It was all evil and demonic. People under Satan's trance, under Satan's control. You know what was even more crazier? When I saw all the actors talking about their roles, if you saw the background was of the sun, the red sun. What did I tell you about Saturn worshiping? SZA, with her Saturn song, and all these celebrities worshiping the stars, the moon, everything away from God, everything away from Jesus Christ. They don't mention Jesus Christ. You notice that, right? Now, what sent chills up my spine was the dude with the braids and that mustache when he spoke about his, I believe his uncle or grandfather, talking about conjuring him up and supernatural. Anytime we're talking about the supernatural world and we're talking about mythology, that you're not going to find that in the Bible. Again, everything to shy you away from God. We are living in times where we need to get as close to God, as close to Jesus Christ as we can. And don't say you don't believe in God or Jesus Christ because these people believe in the supernatural world. How can you believe in something that didn't create anything? Mythology, hoodoo, voodoo, they didn't create anything. They didn't create the trees we need to breathe. They didn't plant anything, any seeds. Only thing they did was corrupt the minds. Corrupt the minds. Music. The music isn't used for positivity, it's used for negativity. What do you see people who are so in tune to music? They get to dancing, women start twerking. If you want to refer to the movie, you saw they were under a trance. The music had them under a trance. Out of body experience. Even Michael B. Jordan talked about it, how he had to get in this lonely place away from people who loved him and cared about him. What type of stuff is that? You're surrounded by people who love you and care about you and want to see you do well and are worried about you, and you just ignore their calls. You lock yourself up in your hotel room. You read in the script. You in a dark place. You really trying to embody this character. Let's really talk about acting. I told you this is going to be a real video. Acting is nothing to do with God. Your favorite actor, your favorite actress, you may enjoy the movie. Oh, I can relate to this movie. I can relate to them. Just think about what they do to embody a character. Just think about how lonely that is, how evil and demonic it is when you become. A lot of times these characters they're playing are evil characters. They're not good people. They're villains. Michael B. Jordan has been known to play a Killmonger. Come on, man. He's been known to play a villain. Imagine his mindset. I'm surprised he hasn't taken himself out already. Hollywood is using him up while they can, while he's young, until he gets to that point where enough is enough. Let's really talk about acting, man. We're not done. But yeah, man, these people really shy away from people who love and care about them. They lock themselves up in a room, in a hotel room sometimes with the lights off. They're reading the script. They're talking to themselves. They're pacing back and forth. They're praying and not praying to God or Jesus Christ. Like I said, man, I refuse to see a movie like Sinners, man. I refuse to even let my eyes view some stuff like that. Even have that just the clips I seen of his girlfriend, Michael B. Jordan, whatever the character's name's, his girlfriend, seeing her with her bloody mouth and how demonic her eyes, just sick, sick, man. Why would you want to watch that stuff as a so-called Christian? This is why I don't label myself. I don't call myself a Christian. I call myself a believer of Jesus Christ. I'm a follower of God and Jesus Christ. That's what I am. I can't label myself amongst other Christians, because a lot of Christians would say it's okay to go and watch that movie and it should bring you closer to God. How is a movie like that going to bring you closer to God? You know what brings you closer to God? Thanking him for waking you up to see a new day, reflecting on your past mistakes and bad decisions and how you got up out of them and how you still here. If you ever been through anything in any life or death situations like I have, you're always thankful, always grateful. How you can get other people to believe in him who don't believe in him. How you just being a good person and spreading joy can affect others. Just good, positive, and that's simple stuff. There's a whole lot more people can do. But instead of doing that, they want to conjure up dead people. They want to conjure up their souls, their spirits. There's nothing wrong with having a good memory from your passed away relative. There's nothing wrong with that. But for you to sit there and talk about how you put on a song, you close your eyes, and you feel like he's right there with you. You conjure him up in the supernatural world and this and that. That's crazy, man. That's sick. These people are sick. They really are, man. And the movie came out on Resurrection Day. I don't celebrate Easter, man. It's a pagan holiday. I don't celebrate these pagan holidays. But the movie came out is on what considered Resurrection Day, man, which is technically really not his Resurrection Day. I'm telling you that right now. Whatever America says, whatever national holiday they say when it comes to God and Jesus Christ is not true. Even the New Year's. The New Year's is not actually the New Year's. I know it's slightly off topic, but I'm gonna tell you, man. Spring is technically when New Year's. Think about it. Everything is still dead in January. Nothing is alive. The bugs, the flies, the mosquitoes, spiders, they're all hibernating. The bears, everybody's hibernating for the most part. When spring comes, your grass comes back up. The flowers come back. Pollen begins to come back in the air. You see the sunflowers. The birds come out and they're chirping and everything. Butterflies. I could go on, and those beetles you don't like start to come out eventually once it gets towards the summer. But we talking about spring. Spring is actually when the new year starts. America lies to you, man. So yeah, that's technically not Easter, but what's considered Easter is when the movie came out. And the title, Sinners, Dance with the Devil. Why would you want to go see that if you're a follower of Christ? And let's say you're not a follower of Christ. If you even consider yourself a good person, if you believe in right from wrong, because that's just really what it is at the other day. And at the end of the day, it's right from wrong. And I know it's wrong to freaking go watch a movie that's filled with vampires, bloodsuckers, leeches. And I mean that literally and figuratively when I say that. Leeches, as far as the vampires, the bloodsuckers biting your neck and drinking your blood. Also leeching off of your talent for their fame and fortune, for their success, for what they want to do it with. Now, let me just also say this. When it comes to whatever they call hoodoo, or, you know what I'm saying, the true African culture and African music and stuff like that, they may not have intended it. The true originators of that music, they may not have intended for it to be demonic. They may not have. But the white man for sure infiltrated and used it to his advantage. Went from blues to, to what? To rock, and then to hip hop, rap, which all of it is for the most part is evil and demonic. Unless we talking about Nappy Roots. We talking about a song like, we're gonna have a good day. Ain't nobody gonna die today. It ain't nobody gonna cry today. Save that drama for another day. Hey, we're gonna have a good day. What you know about Nappy Roots, man? Unless it's something like that. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it's all trash. It's all demonic. It's everything away from God and Jesus Christ. I don't know. Last time I've been to the movie, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Last time I've been to the movies was to see a Transformer movie. And I'll never go, or Sonic, either or. But I know I went to see both. I went to see Transformers and I was like, this is gonna be the last Transformers movie I see. And Sonic, both of them. Both of them had um, some demonic clips in them, man. Demonic images. Stuff with stuff shooting up to the sky like portals. Type of stuff is this, man? I'm well aware. Like I have common sense. Like if you have common sense, then you know that the movie Sinners is for sinners. So yeah, if you went to go see that movie, you're honestly an open sinner, and we're all sinners. But we must ask God to forgive us when we sin. You know when you sin, ask God to forgive you and actually do better. Do better. And I'm gonna end this video like this. The best way to do better is to limit who you hang around with and who you talk to. That's the best way, man. I've become such a better person by just being by myself and spending my time I do have to myself when I'm not working or making content or anything else involved with making money with my lady. And that's the truth of the matter. So look at your surroundings, man. But that's my take on the movie Sinners, man. That's how I feel about it, man. I feel like right from wrong, if you consider yourself a right person, you would not waste your time and go and see that movie, man. There's way too much negativity going on in the world. There are way too many people trying to steer you away from God and steer you in the wrong direction. And if you really want to know, you want to ask me, you know what I'm saying, what's the easiest way, the best way to get closest to God? It's not in the Bible. It's in here. And it's in here because you have common sense and you know how to have a good heart. If you want to have a good heart, if you want to be rotten and evil to the core, that's you. But you have common sense if you're watching this. If you clicked on this video, you had common sense to click on it, and I appreciate it. So hit the like button for me and comment something down below. Share and subscribe as well if you can. I would appreciate that too. But real talk, if you clicked on this video, you know right from wrong. So do what's right, man. Do what's right. Look at your surroundings. Stop hanging around those people. Start praying more, just praying to God. Stop eating bad foods. Try to eat better. Try to exercise. Just try to change. Make a change, man. All right? I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace and love.